Greetings to those who are watching and also those who are in the hearing of my voice. My name is Matthew Wright.
I am Malik Thompson, and
Hello, my name is Amoy Adams.
Hello guys, my name is Tishawn Gale.
Hello everyone, my name is Rebecca Morris and this is a testimonial of Make We Talk About It.
Hi, this is our testimonial. So the first question is, how did you contribute to the community service project?
My responsibility in the community service project was I was the host for the Zoom meeting that was held, also the administrator. I was responsible for creating brochures, also handing them out. I was responsible for printing flyers and putting them up.
And I was responsible for spreading awareness to physical abuse.
I contributed to the organization of this project. I contributed to different posts for the Instagram page specifically about signs that someone is being abused or is abusive to their partner. I also contributed flyers to be printed and distributed to our community members.
So, how did I contribute to this project?
I helped to create one of the graphics for the Instagram page we used for the community service project.
So I contributed to the community service by doing the vote of thanks for our guest speaker, Mrs. Lawrence Brown, and I also did some posters on the safety tips of domestic violence. So if you know someone or if you personally are being abused by domestic violence, we have safety tips that can help you and also contact information on persons who you can reach out to for support in Jamaica.
Well, I was one of the graphic designers. I created thumbnails. I created a flyer for our Zoom meeting, which was held on past Tuesday. And I also, speaking of that Zoom meeting, I was one of the hosts and moderators of that meeting, and it was very well received.
So the second question is, what was the highlight of this community service project for you?
Also, the highlight of the community service for me was basically putting everything together.
No, I can't choose at all. There were so many highlights, so many moments that it was like, boy, this won't work out, and then it did.
So as a group we were very anxious to go there and to do our parts, but at the same time we were very worried and concerned that things were not going to go as planned, but we all had God in the midst and everything came out successful.
A highlight of the community service initiative for me was, as a matter of fact, the Zoom meeting.
Well, truly, it would be the Zoom meeting.
Now, I have two highlights from this project. One of them was the Zoom session.
If I had to choose, I'd say the Zoom meeting was definitely the thing that just wrapped the entire project together.
Because it was very educational, it had an impact. The Zoom meeting was like the information we got from the Zoom meeting. I really learned a lot.
It was the climax of the project. It was just so supported and it was a success, and that blessed my heart.
How well it was received, how it was promoted via social media by all of us in the class, and people actually came and participated, and we had a very dynamic and relatable guest speaker.
I was happy to see the amount of people we had on the platform because the information that was presented is very important. So seeing that much persons on the platform showed me that they were willing to take time out of their schedule to educate themselves on the issue. And my second highlight was seeing how quickly my classmates came together to make this project a success.
The highlight of this community service for me is that I got the chance to research and learn more about physical abuse and the negative impact that it leaves on its victims. And the fact that I can now help to spread awareness to physical abuse and help victims take a stand against it.
The third question is, how was the information received by your community members? So I'd say domestic violence is not really a topic that people shy away from advocating for, at least the persons that I surround myself with. They're always down to support domestic violence and topics like these. So it was very well received by my community members. They all were down to share and support and contribute to this project in any way that they could. Persons learned a lot, especially at the Zoom meeting, so that's good. I would say for the majority of persons, or if not all persons, were very receptive of the information that we shared.
Also, I think the information came out to the community in a very smooth way because 1, we had flyers, 2, we had Zoom meeting, and 3, we created an Instagram page. So for example, if I was at the community service Zoom meeting and I probably missed something, for example, like the guest speaker's presentation or maybe the introduction or conclusion, I can always run to the Instagram page to watch that video.
For me, the information that I sent out to the public spread quickly, and based on the response I got from some of my community members, I think it's safe to say that I spoke out and they heard.
Judging by the comments at the end of our Zoom session, I believe that the information was well presented and well received.
How was the information received by the community? Well, for the Zoom meeting, the response was great. The class was commended for putting on the Zoom meeting. Persons on the Zoom meeting, they were asking questions, they were giving their feedback. They actually enjoyed the meeting. So on the Zoom side, the feedback would be good. On my side of handing out the brochures, I was able to talk to persons, tell them about domestic violence. They read the brochures, they found out things they didn't know before. They were asking me questions, and yeah, I think it had an impact on them.
Question number 4. Is there any experience that stood out to you during this community service project? Definitely. As I said before, so many highlights, so many moments, but specifically at the Zoom meeting, right? The speaker was my past guidance counselor, and I connected with her deeply while going to high school. So to see my university friends connecting with her on the same level, and it was just a Zoom meeting, just online, and people were opening up. That was amazing to witness. One specific participant shared a story of hers. It wasn't necessarily about domestic violence, but violence in general, and just that type of opening up reminded me of this is what the community service project is about. It's not just getting an A, it's helping persons to open up. It's helping persons to get the help they need, because that participant later contacted me asking for the counselor's number, and to know that I could link her with someone that probably can help her sort through her issues and trauma, that felt good. And that's what this entire thing is about. So that experience, definitely something that impacted me.
People actually inquired after our little Zoom meeting asking, hey, is there a way for us to contact this guest speaker for personal therapy sessions regarding this? Because we actually reached out to one, if not more, actual victims of domestic violence. So everything was a success in our regard for this initiative.
What stood out to me during this project was seeing the Instagram page's engagement. Seeing the comments people were leaving under our posts showed that they're really they do take domestic violence seriously.
Is there any experience that stood out to you during this project? For me, the experience was teamwork that we as a class put in, like the group meetings that we had. everybody giving their suggestions, everybody coming together to make the Zoom meeting a success and to make the community service project a success. Everybody playing their part, inputting wherever they were supposed to. Yeah, the teamwork was there.
Also, what stood out for me in the community service project was the guest speaker's presentation, because her presentation was not only informative, engaging, and interesting, but also she spoke about some safety tips and some guidelines in relationships. So, for example, she was talking about if you have a partner and the person is constantly checking up on you, they want to know where you go, they want to know how much money you spend for this. She's basically saying most of the time it's not love, but it is something that is moving towards the motive of abuse, and it could also lead to domestic violence. So she's saying that if you see signs like those, back up.
Question 5. How did this community project impact you as a student of communications?
As a student of communication, this community service project really helped me grow, and now it's easier for me to be vocal about important matters that should be relayed to the public. Thank you, guys.
And as a communication student, this project helped me to better my graphic designing skills.
And how did this project benefit you as a student of communication? Well, as a communication studies student, and I aspire to work in the technical field of media, hosting the Zoom meeting, that was our little production, and it went well. The meeting ran smoothly.
It is always a joy and a pleasure to be able to create in the way that I know how, and seeing that my creations were actually well received and actually aided in spreading the message of not being silent about domestic violence and what a poison it is. It really does help me achieve my self-actualization. And as a student of communication, this has been a great initiative. I believe that other students, well, upcoming students and prospectives, should indulge in community service such as these, as it is very important to help the community, and it is also better for the student in the manner that you know that you are contributing to not just for a grade but for something greater. And I just hope that such initiatives can continue. I just hope our initiative for speaking of domestic violence can continue, because obviously people do look out for our messages when we post and when we do everything. So our initiative has indeed been a success in my eyes. This has been Matthew Wright, and this has also been my testimonial.
So I got an email from Canva with this little medal thing and the number 5 in it, saying that, oh, you completed 5 designs, congratulations. So you know what that means, right? My graphic design skills, I'm like expert level at this point. Just kidding, but that's definitely one way I would say my communication skills are improving. Also, I got the opportunity to moderate the Zoom meeting with the great Matthew Wright, so that was an experience as well. And yeah, I'm just grateful for the opportunity to work with these people.
Also, for me, the community service was beneficial for me as a student of communication, because it helps me to be bold and brave. Sometimes I'm shy, I guess. Everybody have that experience of being shy whenever they're going to present. But at the end of the day, you're able to be confident and to go out there and present. So it taught me a lot of things. It taught me to be bold, and if I'm a person or if I know of anyone going through domestic violence, that I should talk up. Lastly, it taught me that I'm young, and even though I'm young, I can still be educated, I can still learn more, I can still build on the knowledge that I have, and I can still improve. So guys, This was my feedback on the community service project. Remember, make we talk about it.
So listen to me, young people. You're young, you're vibrant, you are at the point where you need to be making right choices. Let domestic violence be something of the past. Let it be something that is mentioned back in the age, back in the day. Let not domestic violence be mentioned with your age group, with my age group, gray hairs and all. Don't let it be mentioned with you, none of you, or the persons that you know. Talk with them, right? Have dialogue, right? Make we talk about it. Don't sweep it under the carpet because you're trying to save face. Let's not sweep it under the carpet. Let's talk about it. Make we talk about it. Thank you very much.